Hello and welcome to the big picture. Last year at this time, an historic electoral record had been achieved in Delhi. One party had won 95% seats in the Delhi Assembly elections, and it went on to form a government amid unprecedented support and excitement among not just Delhiites, but outsiders also. Sunday, the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party government will finish 1 year in office. It has been a roller coaster year for the party and its government. It started off making many promises and even fulfilling some relating to power and water. It also got into a series of controversies and confrontations with the centre and the Lieutenant Governor. It also had its share of embarrassments with some of its ministers coming under the scanner. Kejriwal faced the charge of turning Aam Aadmi Party into a one-man party after he expelled his close associates Yogendra Yadav, Prashant Bhushan and Prof. Anand Kumar from the party in weeks after he took over. The advent of Aam Aadmi Party government also was supposed to herald an experiment in alternative politics. Today we will look at how this last 1 year has been for people of Delhi and also the performance of the government and also whether we see signs of alternative politics. To discuss this, I have with me Professor Anand Kumar, former Aam Aadmi Party leader, Kiran Walia, former Minister in the government of Delhi, R.P.Singh, National Secretary BJP, Richa Pandey Mishra, National Spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, will be joining us very soon, and Siddharth Mishra, Consulting Editor, Millennium Post. Welcome to all of you. Mr. Professor Anand Kumar, if things had not gone the way it went and you people were not out of the party, today you would have been talking here as a Aam Aadmi Party on behalf of the government. But since that's not the case, how do you see this 1 year? Do you think that that promise of an alternate politics has been fulfilled to some extent at least?
This phenomena called Aam Aadmi Party was not a routine political chapter in Indian democracy. It was for changing the political culture, changing the political system, and substance of governance through participation, through accountability, through transparency. And from that point of view, we have to discuss what happened in last 1 year. The bottom line was institutional reforms, not personal change. Because if you compare Sheila Dikshit ji, Sri Madan Lal Khurana, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, Sri Arvind Kejriwal was no match in terms of political depth or sagacity or experience or wisdom. But he was presented by all of us together as somebody who articulates the need of institutional reforms. And it was defined as Swaraj, meaning Swaraj Bill for Mohalla Sarkar. And second was the need to have participation of people in setting the priorities of the state government. And there it was water, electricity, security of women, cleanliness, school system, health system, the condition of daily wage earners, jhuggi jhopadis. And this is where we must take the discussion. Otherwise, compared to many governments of the past, there are many pluses and several minuses. For example, the accessibility of the ministers and MLAs of today's government is far, far low compared to what happened in last 20, 25 years. So when the ministers are not available and MLAs are not walking around, then the middlemen crop up. And then there is a secrecy.
And the whole idea was to avoid this.
The whole idea was to make it transparent, participatory, modest, Lok Sevak, rather than Neta Raj. So I feel a bit disappointed. But of course, as it happens, if there is a government, it must have had the opportunity to think about itself. They have their own showcase examples, water, electricity, a few things like odd and even, which affects 4% of the pollution level. They must be allowed to have their glory and glamour. But so far as the bottom line is concerned, there is no initiative for institutional reforms.
There is no initiative for institutional reforms. Okay, we'll come back to the other issues. Mr. Singh, I would have gone to the former minister who is also on our panel, Kiran Walia.
He was my professor also.
She's a professor. She's also a professor. But I'm coming to you because it's your party which has 3 seats in the assembly. Their party doesn't have even a single seat. So at least you have a semblance of opposition in the assembly there. Your party, with three MLAs, and your MLAs have been trying to pose as an opposition for quite some time, bravely actually. Now you think that this government has been, don't you think this government has been magnanimous in providing at least the opposition leader status to your party?
That's as per law. They can't deny as per law.
But as per law, there is no law like that. The law is that...
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. You're not gone through the NCT law. NCT law categorically state even if one MLA, if there is from the opposition, he has to be granted the stature of the leader of the opposition. But that's not the issue. We're not here to discuss the leader of the opposition. And it's not magnanimity. I mean, it's as per law. But let's discuss
we
Kejriwal.
don't see that happening in Parliament.
No, Parliament, there are different laws.
Achha.
For NCT, there's a different law. You be clear on this also. So it's not nothing beyond law. But we're here to discuss Mr. Kejriwal.
No, not just Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Party government.
Oh, it's
not just one person.
Aam Aadmi Party is one-man party and Mr. Kejriwal and party is also one man and government is also one man. Mr. Kejriwal, let's be clear on this. Mr. Anand will share that with me that it's one-man party and one-man government also. But as far as Mr. Kejriwal and his party and his government goes, I'm sorry, Mr. Anand was saying that some freebies like Bijli and Pani, it is costing us 8,000 crore rupees net on these as a subsidy. It's on the taxpayers' money he's giving the subsidy. It's not that he has cut as he promised that he'll cut.
Taxpayers' money is being used to give relief to the taxpayers.
No, yes, but
it is not that he's giving relief to.
No, but what he promised, he came like a Robin Hood saying that I'll get this money from the companies. For Reliance and Tata's, I'll cut their money and get you this money back. They are cheating on us. That was his slogan. But today it is not that way. He's giving our money back to us. I mean, it's nothing new. But that Sheila Dikshit or any government was earlier also doing the same thing. So issue is that he is a bluff master. He has an art of doing bluff. And for everything, I mean, I'm prepared to, I've come ready with all 70 points. You can discuss, I doubt.
We don't have the time for 70 points.
I'm saying I'm prepared with all 70 points. I'm prepared to discuss each one of them. The cameras, give me a minute. Cameras, the marshals, everything. The women's security, nothing on ground.
It's 1 year, sir. It's not 5 years. It's 1 year.
Sir, 1 year, okay.
In 1 year, you think nothing has been done?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The big bluff master. He's master of illusions.
Okay, let me get the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson in. Richa Pandey Mishra is with us. Richa, can you hear me?
Namaskar. Yes, I can.
Okay. Bluff master, Mr. R.P.Singh thinks that in this last 1 year, your government has done nothing and Mr. Kejriwal is just a bluff master.
Girish ji, I cannot counter Mr. R.P. Singh ji in rhetorics because he has a lot of experience doing so since so many years. But I will give you some facts. Maybe that will help him.
Please.
Our government in last 1 year has saved, please underline, has saved rupees 850 crores by implementing the expenditure properly. For example, there was a bridge which was being built in 350 crores.
Another lie.
We built it in a lesser amount. So, a Mohalla clinic which was initially costing 5 crores and we have made it in 5 lakhs. And there are so many other details. If you look at the figures, 850 crores is not a bluff. 850 crores has been saved and we are the only government who has saved the money in the first year itself, and that money has been allocated, has been diverted for the welfare of the NCD salaries and MCD people. So it is not bluff. It is a pro-poor government. It is a government which is working for the Aam Janta, for the
Mr. Singh, please don't do that.
All the policies have been kept from the day one. Within the first month of us coming into the government, we worked on electricity charges, we worked on
highest compensation to the farmers. So I don't know what bluff he's talking about. I think he is also influenced by the accidents of his own sarkar.
Okay. Richa, I'll come back to you. There's some little problem there with the visuals there. I'll come back to you. Please stay on. Kiran Walia, the question is that your party, unfortunately, after being in power for 15 years, doesn't even have a single seat in the Delhi Assembly. But I'm sure, as having ruled for 15 years and you yourself having been a minister there for several years, The question is that in this last 1 year, you think that Aam Aadmi Party government has been able to do anything for the welfare of the people?
Well, it's not only us, it also happened to another contestant as Bharatiya Janata Party. They managed 3 seats. It shows it was unprecedented what happened. It doesn't happen in democracy, but it is what really led to this was a demagogue who was speaking so differently in a different tone with a different promise that was being held so high on a high moral ground, from women's safety to ending the corruption. And with a magic wand, he would do everything. So people believed him. And we bow naturally to the people's will, as in any democracy. But an elected government is expected to function. To say the least, I think this government is not even functioning. What to talk of functioning well, what to talk of saving crores of rupees. She's mixing up estimated cost with the real cost. All that thing needs another debate on the channel about this bridge. So I can contradict everything that's said on the face of facts. I would like to highlight at least 4 or 5 things. They wrote on the ground that they will be fighting against corruption in a big way. There'll be women's safety because they were lighting candles. It happened in the wake of the Nirbhaya Kand. But now, having said that, this particular thing about corruption, we have a 50% of their cabinet which has been charged with charges of corruption and are now on bail. Isn't it a matter of shame for a capital of India? Number 2, we have these n number of cases of other MLAs which are standing in the courts. Secondly, as far as women's safety is concerned, it's an issue very dear to me. Every woman's scheme, I'm going on record, has been disbanded, has been totally done away with, and the last of all was the 181, the helpline that was established in the office of the Chief Minister. Has Mrs. Sheila Dikshit had, first of all, the moment Mr. Kejriwal came, he thought it absolutely not necessary, sent it to a department, from a department to stop paying the staff, stop paying anybody who mattered, with 1,20,000 cases still under investigation. Many of them have been solved successfully, but now they've thrown the lady out.
Okay.
What they're doing is having their persons installed, and that is their primary objective. Believe me, hundreds of them have been fixed in the government departments, which is unprecedented, with huge salaries. And this is not a spoiled system operating in America. It is the Indian system of bureaucracy, where you are supposed to have some kind of neutrality, and with that neutrality, absolutely not even, shadow boxing. What they're doing is having, their dialogue commission chairperson, Mrs. Ashish Khaitan, comes to speak as a spokesman of the government, which is absolutely, doing away with every tradition.
Okay.
So you're getting salary from the government and you're coming as a spokesperson. You're obviously, no, I please want to say that, I'd just
quickly, ma'am,
people who are watching your channel, that there is this Awaaz Utao program. These are self-help groups. There are women panchayats to solve issues at the ground level. There are these pensions for the old women, for the disabled, for the destitute women. They're all being done away with. So I would like to ask a question. Where are they successful? The unauthorized colonies. Nothing has happened. The slum clusters, they've gone into worsening condition. They're fighting. They don't know how to govern. They're fighting with everybody.
Okay, Kiran Walia, I'll come back to you.
Also.
No, I'll come back to you. There's still time for that. Siddharth Mishra, the fact is that I'm sure many of the points which are being made by all the panelists are valid. But, in this last 1 year, one of the major problems which this government faced, I'm acting as a devil's advocate here, is that the kind of confrontation, the kind of controversies which this government faced, in the way it had to deal with the center. You think that was some kind of a stumbling block for the government?
You see, Girish, when they contested the election, they knew that this government was under NCT Act of 1993. And NCT Act of 1993 is a unique act, and it has been deliberated upon year after year, ages after ages. And so when he was going to form the government, he must have known what powers the government had. So, to say that I don't have this power, that power, it is incorrect. So you should have known what powers you have, and you should have planned it in a way that you were to work within that power. See, when I will take you back to 1993, when this act actually came in, and transfer of power started in Delhi from the central government to the state government. Jagdish Mukhi was Delhi's finance minister, and Manmohan Singh was centre's finance minister. And Jagdish Mukhi and Manmohan Singh would have marathon sessions, and debate and deliberate, and then the financial powers would be passed on. And you know, there's a matter of fact, and Jagdish Mukhi would say, sir, okay, you have not agreed, but I'll come back to you with turup ka patta. And next time when he would come, Manmohan Singh would ask him, kithe toda turup ka patta? And then he would give him his this thing, and then when both of them discussed, they said, sir, either I get convinced or you get convinced. So and actually, you see, between 1993 and 1998, actual transfer of power took place from centre to the state government.
Right.
And then Delhi government deliberated the three central governments, mind you.
The point is what?
Narasimha Rao's government,
the point is what?
National Front government, and Vajpayee government.
No, the point is that, are you trying to say that the Aam Aadmi Party government's complaints about the centre interfering or centre not allowing it to work is not a valid complaint?
Absolutely.
It's not a valid.
Absolutely. You see, you have to be clear. If I am being if I am being given an assignment, I must know what I am being assigned. If I am seeking an election to an office, I must know what this office is meant to do. And you see, there are few things. And after 1 year, what concerns me? What concerns me is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal and his party talks a lot about people in the Jhuggi, Jhopris and these places. I can tell you, in few years' time, we will not have residents in these cities because development work in Delhi has come to a standstill.
So
the labor from Delhi will migrate elsewhere.
Okay.
Labor from Delhi will migrate elsewhere. Then whom will you give?
There are also issues of regularization of the Juggis and Jhoplis.
You're not a single one.
Richa, are you there?
Yes, I am very much here.
Okay, Richa, would you like to react to
Hello?
Will you please react to the plethora of allegations and complaints made by the panelists?
The panelists hailing from different political parties are just doing their dharma, and they are very good at it. Now I should do mine. First of all, I would like to address to Mr. Siddharth about that we are confronting, and we knew that what are our boundaries and etc. I want to ask you, since last 40 years, ACB was under Delhi government, since last 40 years. But what happened now that ACB was taken from us? Second is, LG, 30 to 35 of our initiatives, LG has sent notes that it is null and void. Nowhere in the country LG interferes so much in day-to-day governance as he does right now.
Seventh lie.
Central government, I'm not making any excuse. I will list down the things which we have done in the past 1 year, but you should stand corrected at this point of time that it is not us who is confronting government. We are being forced to do that when LG who is being dictated by the central government is not letting us work. Still, we have done a lot of work. Whether I will one by one, take you across whether it is education or it is health or it is infrastructure or even it is relocation of Juggis. Each and every point.
What lie you are talking? What? Not a single Juggi has been correct. I mean, don't tell lies on the national channel.
Mr. Singh,
please.
Mr. Singh, please.
I can appreciate anything else, not the name of Juggis anymore.
No, Mr. Singh, this is not fair. Let her finish. Yes, Richa.
See, on Juggis, I would like to say that until recently, only 895 Juggis. In only 895 Juggis, development was allowed, and now it is allowed in all the Juggis. MLA can spend.
No, he's getting it wrong. 895 are unauthorized colonies, not Juggis.
Oh, ma'am, be okay with your facts. No, she's not right with the facts itself.
You can. I'll come to you. You can.
No, Mr. Singh, please don't jump the gun, please have so much.
Ma'am, you are not aware of the facts.
No, Mr.
Ask
Singh, you
your
can.
party to
No,
prepare
don't
you.
interfere.
Get to prepare you
Mr. Singh,
for the
please don't
debate.
interfere. Please don't interfere. Let her finish. You can react later. Yes, Richa. Okay.
And on my friend from Congress, I would like to say that you're saying you are so much conscious about women's safety. In your time, Larkha Shukla Singh of DCW did not even hear for 40 cases. And within 1 year or less than 1 year,
Okay.
Swati Maliwal has heard more than 1,500 cases.
Okay, Richa. No, let us not get into, we don't have time for getting into these minor details of each and everything. 1 second.
Correct her.
Richa, please. Richa,
I
please.
just wanted to correct her that it is 895 unauthorized colleagues. And there is a difference between unauthorized colleagues.
No, but that's Professor Anand Kumar. The question is also, one of the things which the Aadmi Party government is saying is that they have not been allowed to function properly. What do you have to say to that? The way the centre has been dealing with them, she was pointing out why ACB was taken away from them. Do you think these are all valid concerns which they are expressing?
With due respect to our Prime Minister and my fellow panelist, Sri Singh ji, this government has been gifted with 3 extraordinary helpers who can help this government to do whitewash on any mistake, any acts of omission and commission. Number 1 friend is Sri Narendra Modi, because he appears to be somebody who is over involved in affairs of Delhi, because he keeps quiet. There is no need to take the statements of Sri Arvind Kejriwal blaming the Prime Minister of India, his Prime Minister of India, a constitutional authority, to have the attitude of benign neglect. He should invite Sri Arvind Kejriwal and have pointed discussion, as it should be for any dissatisfied state chief minister in state government, for the sake of federalism and for the sake of people of Delhi, because both are equally responsible. The members of parliament are complaining against chief minister is complaining against the central government, and in between there are strikes and other things. Second is, of course, our dear police commissioner. Sri Bassi is famous for whitewashing all sins. Most of the people, including senior most police officers, know the deficits of our police system. It was the time to take the bull by the horn, take advantage of the criticism coming from the chief minister himself, and make certain course correction as recommended by Justice Verma Commission. But Sri Bassi becomes a protagonist of police for wrong reasons.
Right.
And third is, of course, Sri Lieutenant Governor. They are hugging each other at Eid Mela, they are meeting at dinner meetings, they are visiting each other on social occasions, but politically both of them are halfway house in terms of what they should be doing. I think in common people's perception, and I have some idea because I was a candidate in the election and I got quite a few votes, people say that kya kare bichara, kaam nahi karne dete
Exactly.
usko.
That is, Mr. Singh, ultimately that is what this government says, that we are not being allowed to work. And as Professor Anand Kumar points out, there is a problem there.
There's a constituency which says kya kare bechara. The big constituency says ek saal Kejriwal bawal hi bawal, roj ek naya bawal. That's the problem.
The slogans will not work.
Mr. Kumar, Mr. Anand has his own point. My own point. There's a constituency which says bechara, and this big constituency which says roj ek naya bawal hi bawal. See, that's his style. Do you know the name of the Chief Minister of Pondicherry? Have you ever heard the name?
No, that's not the point.
Allow me to say. Please, sir.
We don't have time for all these
that's
things.
Another state, there's another state like Delhi. But only thing is, that's his style. That's Kejriwal's style. But he has to do that because he has to stay in news. He has to stay in news for
all this is being done only to stay in news.
Chief Minister of the country who has said words like him, talked about the Prime Minister of the country. Any other chief minister will do that. But only Mr. Kejriwal can go to that high, low levels and do anything.
You don't think that the Delhi government is having any problems from the centre?
No way. As per law, anything which is required is sanctioned and approved. Only thing is, he doesn't want to go by law. He is anarchist. He is trying to behave like an anarchist.
Okay, Richa, very quick last words to you. We're completely run out of time.
Yeah, Girish, we are a pro-poor government and we have done a lot of things in this last 1 year. Whether it is Bijli, whether it is Army, whether it is health services, there are thousands mohalla clinics, there is education, there is a collaborative loan for higher education in
Okay.
simplification of processes.
Mr. Singh, this is not done. This is not done.
Everything
Okay.
is in public domain.
Okay,
Everything
Richa.
is in public domain, and the Janta and the common person is benefiting the reach of voting Aadmi.
Okay. Okay.
Girish,
Yes, very quickly.
Girish,
One
the point,
sentence.
we are in a very unfortunate situation. What Professor Anand Kumar had to say, you see, it has to work both ways. It's correct that Mr. Narendra Modi, is somewhat enjoying the misery of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And Mr. Arvind Kejriwal himself is in no mood to engage the Prime Minister. Or, if somebody throws a,
Okay.
throws the ink on you, you say that the Prime Minister wants
that's
to
not the
assassinate
point.
me.
Okay.
So you see,
the
with
point
this kind of counter-allegation,
This is that is
governments cannot work, governments have to engage with each other.
That is the unfortunate thing in this whole business. In this last 1 year, the unfortunate confrontation and this blame game which is begun. Hopefully, we will see this blame game ending in the second year, and we'll wait and watch how the government will perform. There are problems, as many of my panelists said, but there are also some positive points, as Richa was trying to point out. Thanks to all my guests. Please keep watching. We'll come back with another issue of the future same time.